Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. You are watching your own channel AC Astro, and recently we started a weekly horoscope. Very good response, very good blessings from all the family members of AC Astro. Keep watching because we are on with this. And now today we are with the horoscope of weekly horoscope of 26th November to 2nd December. What is going to happen? Very minute thing, and you will surprise when Akash ji will tell you all these things in detail. Let's welcome Akash Chauhan ji from Calgary, Canada. Namaste, Akash ji. Ram Ram.
Namaskar, Rohit ji. Thank you so much for again a very good introduction. Yes, today we are going to talk about the weekly horoscope for November 6th, 26th to December 2nd.
Hmm.
And a very special thing that is happening this week is Moon. Moon is going to be exalted. Now, Rohit ji, everyone knows Moon is exalted in Taurus, but it is not true. Moon is not exalted in Taurus. Moon is exalted in Rohini Nakshatra. Very minutely, if we see, astrology has been taken in a very different way. Like with a lot of people, what is written in the book, they just read it. But if you go deep into research, Moon is exalted in Rohini Nakshatra. Why? Now, this story is associated with Moon being exalted in Taurus, particularly in the Rohini Nakshatra. It has a mythological background of this celestial occurrence. One popular story involves the union of Chandra and Rohini, a beautiful maiden. According to our Sanatan Dharma, Chandra was initially married to all 27 nakshatras, daughter of Prajapati Daksha or Raja Daksha. We know him very well, but he has special fondness only for Rohini. Out of 27, only Rohini was Chandra's favorite. This preference led for neglect for other wives, and which angered Lord Daksha. He said, "What the hell? Why, if you're married to my 27 of my daughters, why only you give so much importance to only Rohini?" So he cursed him. He gave him a curse that now from on you will lose your brightness. He got very distressed that I only have brightness. That is also not mine. I take it from the sun. If I lose this also, then it is going to be a very big problem. He rushed towards Lord Brahma and said, Brahmaji, there's a big problem. Now this has happened. Daksha has given me this kind of a curse. What do I do? He said, you have to ask for forgiveness. That is the only way that you can get. And because Daksha has given you curse, it cannot be lifted, but at least he can do some kind of alteration. He did a lot of penance to get Daksha's, what you say, forgiveness. And later on, he was forgiven. But the curse could not be lifted. That's why we have phases of moon. Earlier, moon was not in phases. It was always bright and always shining. Now we have waxing and waning moon. That means moon goes down, moon goes up. This is the dying of moon and the birth of moon every month as we see in the sky. Now, still, Chandra was very true to his love. He was totally in love with Rohini, and as soon as he enters Rohini Nakshatra in Taurus, he becomes exalted. That means he comes into his real power, and that power union, to honor this union, forgiveness by Daksha, Chandra was exalted when in the sign of Taurus, especially in Rohini Nakshatra. This exaltation is believed to enhance the positive results, qualities of moon, making individual born with this placement more creative, sensitive, and nurturing. So it is a very auspicious nakshatra for moon to be in. In fact, lot of things can be done, like starting of new things, starting of new creative things, or starting of new uh, farming during the period of moon in Rohini Nakshatra is also observed in many parts of the world. Now, Rohitji, here we'll start with Aries ascendant. These are the 5 events that is happening. Number one, Moon will enter into Taurus on November 26th. Now, remember, Moon enters into Taurus, but it is not in right now in Rohini Nakshatra. It will come to Rohini Nakshatra on 28th before entering into Gemini. Okay, so it is not getting. So anyone who's thinking that okay, in 26 only Moon gets exalted, no, Moon gets exalted on 28th. But here in your second house, Moon is coming. It's a comfortable place for Moon. Moon does not have any enmity with Venus, and Venus right now is in position in your sixth house. Very soon, like in 2 days and 30th, it will be moving into your seventh house, into the own sign. So the dispositor of the second house is debilitated at the moment. So be careful. Moon is here. Moon is going to give you good ideas, your speech will become very nice. In fact, there can be good money that you can receive from your work area, or there can be investment, return of investment during this period. So be happy that moon is here. Very soon, in next 2 days, moon is going to give you very good results. Moving on, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. Now, Mercury enters into Sagittarius, and here, if you see Mercury, Mercury rules two houses: the third house of difficulty, struggle, your courage, and the sixth house of diseases, and it is coming into the ninth house. So, and that is the house of Jupiter. Now, Mercury and Jupiter do not have very good relationship. There is an enmity between them. So here, Mercury does not give very extremely good results. You have to be very careful that you can destroy your destiny by speaking some kind of um, rubbish, or you can, on the other hand, have some problem related to your daily work and routine, and in that place also you can create some trouble. So make sure that be quiet during this period, and do not take major decisions in terms of long distance travel. Not right now. Let Mercury go away from here. Now, very soon it's going to get retrograde here, again come back into Scorpio, and then again go back into, so you have to wait for making a long distance journey decision at the moment. Later, Moon will enter into Gemini. Moon enters into Gemini on 29th November. Here, because it is entering into Gemini, and before that, it will be in exalted position. So you can take very good results of Moon from 26 to 28. There is going to be good things that you can imagine here. Now, 28, 20, when it moves, 29th, it moves into the third house Gemini. So now Mercury and Moon both are aspecting each other. It's very important to know this. On top of that, Mars is also putting an eighth aspect on Moon here. So that means your Moon is afflicted now. And the third house, that means communication has to be very precise, and there will be delicate uh, things related to communication. Some people can also have a lot of earache or ulcers in the mouth, throat problem, a lot of cold cough. Because why? Mars is aspecting, the eighth aspect of Mars is going on your third house. So you have to be very extremely careful here. Moon is not in a good position. It can give you a little bit of trouble in your speech, problems with your siblings, or some difficulty in short distance journey. See, everything here is logical. There is nothing which I am making up. It is all, you can see all the planets. That's why all the Navgrahas are here. There is no one who's hiding, right? If you see exactly Mars eighth aspect on your eighth aspect, Mars is not very good. So here you have to be careful. On the same hand, Moon also aspects Mercury. Mercury also aspects Moon. So again, they do not have a very good relationship. And in fact, Moon is sitting in the house of Mercury. So be careful. Later on, Venus will enter into Libra. Here, this is a good news that, okay, finally it is coming out of debilitation, and on 30th of November, it will be moving into Libra. And here, it is very auspicious. But remember, again, for Aries ascendant, Venus is a Maraka. And Maraka coming into Maraka house again tells you that there you have to be careful in terms of your relationship. Yes, it will become very better, but you have to still, because of communication, there can be some problem. It is not only Venus who is active here, right? Every other planet is doing something or the else. So be careful. Be careful in your relationship. Otherwise, Venus here gives pleasant news in some kind of position. So if you are waiting for some position to happen or something to happen in your work area, it is a good time for you. Later on, Moon enters into the best place, that is its own house in Cancer. Here, it is going to again restore all your inner peace, and there is going to be very much chances of you either getting into some kind of deal related to car, or some auspicious event can happen in your house. Whenever Moon is in the fourth house, Havan, Homam, or things like you going to a temple, even Mercury here in the ninth house tells that you can go on a pilgrimage, on a temple, on some kind of visit. So it is going to be a pleasant thing for you. Or the bigger planets here, Jupiter in the first house, Ketu in the sixth house, Rahu in the 12th house, Saturn in the 11th house. Except Jupiter, everything is good. Jupiter is retrograde at the moment, and on 31st of December, it will become direct, and that is when you will have more good results. So next year is very promising for Aries ascendant people. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. There is a chance of you to win a free 2024 chart reading. This is my team's idea. They said, sir, why are you not giving anyone free chart reading? I said, yeah, I'm sorry, I did not know about it. So this is a good idea for you to, you need to subscribe and also comment below your idea, that what do you think we need to add more? What layers do we add more in the reading so that you can benefit from it? So do let us know, and it will be very much fun. For those who want to book their yearly consultation, the details are here. We are now booking for almost second, third week of December. So if you connect, it will be that time. So just have patience, because I am all alone. I do not have a team like other astrologers who have like 10 people sitting under them and they are working. I try to make sure that I am personally in touch with you. Moving on to Taurus ascendant. Rohit Taurus ascendant in the what a beautiful thing that is happening, Rohit. Ascendant, in the ascendant, moon is coming and getting exalted, and the ascendant lord is debilitated. So it is again a yoga which is again called Nijbhang Raj Yoga, right? This is what it is called by all the astrologers. But here, Moon is going to give you very extremely good results in terms of your communication. When the third house Lord is coming in the first house and getting exalted, it is going to be a very good period. But the best day for you will be 28th of this month. That is going to be the best day. You can make very good decisions. You can start new things. You can take new vows, and that is going to be very good for you. In terms of later, 27th of November, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. Now, Mercury enters into, see, in your 8th house, and Mercury rules 2nd house. It's a Maraka, as well as it rules the 5th house. That means a Dhanakaraka also. So, Dhanakaraka, according to 2nd house, also 5th house, also in the 8th house. So, suddenly, some hidden money or some investments can get mature and you can get money. Sometimes I also forgot about one of in my investment and suddenly saw last week that, oh, I also have this is going to be mature. So this is some kind of news that you may get during this period. Moon will enter into Gemini on 29th of November. Here Moon comes into Gemini, and the dispositor of Gemini is in the 8th house, that is Mercury. So both are aspecting each other. It is not very good. Here you can have some problem in your mouth. You can either, remember my word, you will, if you have to comment below after this, whenever moon is here, and it is the house of Mercury, and Mercury is very important related to taste, so you might even bite your tongue and then can be bleeding from your mouth, remember. And I am not saying this just because I have to say, because Mars is aspecting, can you see Mars is in your 7th house with Sun, and Mars is aspecting, Mars has 7th aspect and 8th aspect. Mars is aspecting your 2nd house, so there can be some blood that can come out of your mouth, so you have to be careful not to be careful about your mouth, or some ulcer or some problem in your teeth or some problem in your speech. You can destroy yourself by speaking something rubbish, so you have to be careful. Later on, Venus enters into Libra. So Venus gone in debilitation, the Lagna Lord finally goes into its own house in the 6th house. Here it restores your daily routine and your problem that you were having in your workplace, because Saturn is in your workplace. So work will be slow during this period, but hopefully it will get better as soon as your 12th house Lord, the planet sitting in the 12th house, that is Jupiter, becomes direct. Astrology is very deep. Right now in this chart, there are 144 combinations at this moment happening. So you never know, according to your dasha, antardasha, pratyantardasha, which of the combination is working for you. But good news comes as soon as Venus also makes a positive approach into your 6th house, restoring your daily work and routine, and your health is going to be better. Same way, the 3rd house planet, that is Moon, comes in the 3rd house. Here it is very happy because it is its own house. Now, in this chart, Moon is exalted, and in the 3rd house, being the owner of communication, sitting in this house, it's going to make some positive impact on other people, on your neighbors, on your family, on your extended family, and short distance journey will be very fruitful for everyone who belongs to Taurus ascendant. Hopefully this week, 26th to December 2nd, is a very positive week for you. You have to be a little careful in terms of your health, okay, and especially because of Mars aspecting your 2nd house. But other than that, it is a good period. You might even make some money through your communication, so hope for the best. I always wish best for you. Those who have not subscribed, it's okay. It's your choice. But if you subscribe, there is going to be a chance of winning a free 2024 chart reading. But before that, you have to give a suggestion below that what do you like about us, what do you want to know more about your chart, and is this detail, the detail we are going in, is it enough or you need more of it? So we want to hear more from you. And those who have not booked their yearly consultation, here is the your details. You can connect here and you can get my team, and they will help you in doing your yearly consultation. On the other hand, one more thing I want to say that we are currently booking for second week of or third week of December, so you need to hurry. Moving on to Gemini ascendant Roichi. Now here, let's see. Moon is getting exalted, but Roichi in a not a very good place. It is the second house lord, and it is 11th from itself. That is very good in terms of money. It is going to be good that big spends do not happen. In fact, there is going to be spiritual bliss during this period. You can spiritually get some kind of gains. On the other hand, Mercury enters into Sagittarius on 27th of November. Now, Mercury being the Lagna Lord, entering into the 7th house for Ichi. I think it has just because of the problem, Mercury went up in the third house, but yes, it is in the seventh house. Now, Mercury here in Sagittarius is going to be not very happy, because in Sagittarius, Mercury does not have a very good what we say. It is a Kendra Lord in Kendra, so that it makes a Raj Yoga, but still in the house of Jupiter, it is not very comfortable. So you have to be careful during this period in terms of your relationships. Do not go overboard in your relationships, otherwise, or do not judge your relationship during this period. Use your brain. Moving on, Moon enters into Gemini on 29th of November. Now entering into Gemini and especially being aspected by Mercury. Okay, in the slide it is a little bit wrong because Mercury was supposed to be here in the seventh house, but by mistake it went there. So, but if you see the aspect of each other on Moon and this, so again you have to be careful in terms of your speech and communication. You do not want to get your relationships in a bad place. When Mercury and Moon aspect each other, they do not do anything good to each other. So you have to be careful in your communication, especially your speech. You can speak rude, and that can be trouble because your second house lord is sitting 12th from itself. Be careful. Later on, Venus, the planet which was debilitated, enters into Libra. Now, Venus entering into Libra is another very good sign here, because it has come out of debilitation. And here it has entered into Mahalakshmi Stan. So, those people who are awaiting some money or some monetary benefits, or those who want to do or get good money out of speculation, here you go. This is the right time for you. You're going to get good money. Moon enters into Cancer. Now, Moon enters into its own place in the second house. So, again, there are two indicators of financial improvement in your chart in this week. That is Moon in the second house, and that is Venus in the fifth house. So there are two indicators. You are going to be doing very extremely good. I am very happy for Gemini ascendant people that their wealth actually becomes very good during this period. But very important, health has to be taken care of. Look, Mars and Sun are in the sixth house, so there can be some trouble related to stomach, and they both are aspecting the 12th house. You might even have to go to hospital or some kind of problems, some kind of blood test, hospital blood. Mars, whenever it comes in the sixth house, takes your blood out. So you will do something. So just make sure, be careful about it. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. And if you subscribe now, there is a new team. My team has given a new offer, that is to win a free 2024 chart reading for new subscribers. You can comment below. For old subscribers also, you can comment below and let us know that how do we need to improve. No one is perfect, right? We are also not. We just want to know your idea that how do we improve and how do we make sure that we are being very true to our true purview. So that is what is needed. So give us good ideas here. Those who have not booked their yearly consultation, we are also booking that. You are welcome to book. These are the details, and you can let us know how do you want to proceed. Moving on to Cancer ascendant now, because we are doing weekly and weekly. If you see, Moon is very important in the weekly area. So here in Cancer ascendant, look what is happening. Moon is in the 11th house and it's going to get exalted. The Lagna Lord in the 11th house getting exalted is a very, very amazing news for you. So Moon here makes a very, very good yoke of being the ascendant lord coming into the 11th house, getting exalted. It is going to be a very good period for Cancer ascendant people. Those who were struggling with lot of financial trouble, oh, you are going to get it. You know why? Because there is two very good news. First of all, Moon is in your 11th house, and your second house lord is in your fifth house. That means money, money, money. If you see, Rohitji, this according to Bhavat Bhavam, so Sun is sitting fourth from the second house with Mars. So that means fourth means it will restore some kind of money for you. So very good. Money is important, right? Otherwise, how will we function in life? Moon enters into Taurus, it will be there till 26th of November till 29th of November. But before that, between this time, Mercury will make a shift and Mercury will enter into Sagittarius. Now here, Mercury is not a very pleasant planet because it rules, see the houses, number 3 house, number 12 house, 3 house of difficulties, 12th house of losses. Okay, so here it can create some kind of losses from short distance travel or some kind of health problems, especially related to your eyes, especially related to your shoulders and your back. There can be back pain problems or mouth ulcers also because Mercury rules the mouth. So be careful about it. Huh? Just take, if there is anything you feel that there is something not good, take immediate control over it. Later on, if you see, what happens is Moon enters into Gemini. Now Moon enters into Gemini in the 12th house. Now Lagna Lord sitting 12th from itself give you losses, and that is only because of your own action. So make sure that during this period you do not go out and take some kind of impulsive actions. Mostly the losses will come through your communication or you trying to tell or force something for something. Because see, sixth house your Mercury is sitting and 12th house this guy Moon is sitting, and they are both aspecting each other. Not a very good combination, to be sorry to say, but it is whatever is true is true. So you can have losses through your communication. So be careful about it. Secondly, there can also be a trouble in terms of you going to the doctor, visiting the clinic, because Mars is also aspecting Moon and in the 12th house. Rohit, do you know that because of Mars and Moon, whenever they are together or whenever Mars aspects Moon, menstrual cycle of women also starts. So it is because of Mars and Moon combination that menstrual cycles happens. If we take a woman's chart and if we see Moon and Mars are in opposite direction or Moon is traveling over Mars, their menstrual period starts. So this is how beautiful astrology is. Any woman just take out their chart, see where is the position of Moon on the day of your menstrual cycle. It will be either aspect Mars will be aspecting Moon or Moon and Mars will be together. You check it, it is proven. Like it will be there. Anyways, Venus will enter into Libra. That means it ends debilitation and comes into the fourth house, restores your inner peace. If you are thinking of getting some cars, getting some car work done, getting homework done, or getting some property deals, it is going to be very good. If you're searching for property, it is going to be very, very pleasant for you during this period. Gains, again, the 12th house lord in the fourth, or the 11th house lord in the fourth house, gains is going to be restored. After that, Moon will enter into Cancer. That is its own sign. Here, Moon becomes very comfortable. The dispositor is in good position. All other planets also start acting and giving you good results. Only be careful about accidents because Saturn is in your eighth house, and here it is not very pleasant because Saturn gives sorrow, and this is the house of sorrow. This is the house of sudden ups and downs. So there can be sudden ups and downs in terms of your uh, some kind of legal trouble because sixth house is also occupied by a malefic, and eighth house. I know it is Mool Trikon Stan of Saturn, but see the relationship of Moon and Saturn is not so good. That's why it has got seven. That is a Maraka house in the eighth house. So be careful because Saturn here can create long term trouble. But those who are looking for a job, very good for them because look at Jupiter. It is going to gain a lot of momentum this month in December. And it is going to get direct, and that is where you job restores for you. So all the best. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe. There is another thing. If you see below, if you subscribe, you can get a chance to win free reading of 2024. But that does not only mean subscribe. You have to subscribe and give a suggestion below that how can we improve more and more in terms of serving you. We are not asking for anything else. We are asking for how we can serve you better. What all things do you need? Unless until you tell us, how do we know? We also have limited creative power, right? So just do that. And those who want to book their yearly consultation, here are all the details. You can book and we can then connect and have fun. Okay, talk about your next year. Moving on to Leo ascendant. Now, for Leo ascendant people, here Moon is getting exalted in the 10th house, so there is going to be extreme boost in your career. Extreme, some very good news in your career. If you are applying for new job, you are going to get it. If you are going for an interview, good luck. If you are thinking of changing your job, very good. If you are jobless, you will might get some opportunity during this week, that there may be some interviews and things may be working out for you. Later on, Mercury enters into the fifth house. Now Mercury is the second house ruler, and Mercury is the, if you see, the 11th house. So it's a very extremely wealth giving planet in Leo ascendant. It is coming to the house of Mahalakshmi, but it is coming in the house which is ruled by Jupiter, and Jupiter is not very favorable. Only best thing that has happened is that Jupiter sitting in the ninth house is aspecting your fifth house with the ninth drishti. So here Mercury will not give you so much trouble, and here you can get some immediate gains, speculative gains during this period, because of Rahu also sitting in the eighth house, in the house of Jupiter. So there is automatically a relationship between the eighth house, the fifth house. So it means sudden money, lottery. I am also playing lottery. I am Leo ascendant. Very good. I am doing this chart reading. I know for myself also that what is happening. I'm going to play lottery all 26 to second every day. Let's see what happens. Moving on, after Mercury enters Sagittarius, it is also going to enter into Gemini on November 29th. Now, here it enters into your 11th house. It is the 12th house lord now sitting 12th from itself, so there can be some problem through your communication in your social circle. So be careful about it. Do not make any kind of communication that can create trouble to you. Be very careful about committing to your friends or your social circles, or even your colleagues in your workplace, even your elder siblings. Do not commit very big things during this period. It is not very favorable. It is not favorable in terms of your legs also. Your legs might get hurt during this period because of Mars aspecting the eighth aspect on the 11th house here for you, and Moon. Whenever Moon and Mars will aspect Moon, emotionally also you will get hurt, and physically also you can get hurt during this period. Moving on to Venus enters into Libra. That means from the second house, the owner of your destiny, the owner of your no, owner of your karma sthan, owner of your 10th house enters into the third house that is ruled by Venus itself. Here it restores your communication. Your communication is going to be very effective now, and there is going to be good chance of you to travel short distance travel during this period, and which will bring you a lot of luck, and career wise it will give you growth. Moon enters into Cancer, Rohitji. That is the 12th house. It is not very pleasant. Again, sorry to say, it is the house of losses. But in the other way, it is pleasant in terms of spirituality. It restores spirituality for you. So make sure that do not make any luxurious investments during this period. Do not do more than what you can afford. That is going to bring you problem. But overall, it is going to be a very good period in terms of spirituality. So spiritual bliss is restored for Leo ascendant people. Now, another thing which my team has designed is in front of you, Rohitji. Would you like to say what we are going to do? What? No, I'm saying tell people what we are going to do for all the new subscribers.
Oh, this our new free chart reading.
Yes,
Yes, free chart reading is an opportunity for those who, uh, those who are new to the channel, those who want a magical 2024 reading. They can just subscribe, comment below that how AC Astro can be more good channel, how we can improve things, and team will select the name, and there will be a system by which we choose a best comment, and then Akashji will give you a yearly consultation. This is good opportunity, but in fact, in general, if you want to take 2024 consultation, then you have to send your details on this number, or you can go through website or also, and you
yes,
can get
Rohitji. Yeah, we can do consultation. We are booking for the third week of December or
December.
fourth week of December, depending on how. Fourth week I am not working because it is holiday and I have to be with my daughter. Moving on
Yeah.
to Virgo ascendant, Rohit G. Virgo ascendant Moon enters into Taurus on 22nd of November, making it an exalted position for Moon. Now here your destiny, in your destiny, a planet is getting exalted. So very, very good. All your luck will be with you. You are going to be very, what you say, divine, like there will be divine intervention in your life. Some god will help you out of going out of the way. So very good. The power of moon is very important. Power of sun is very important. This moon and sun together makes the life very much important. Later on, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius on November 27th. Now, Mercury enters into Sagittarius, means it enters into the fourth house. So, Kendra Lord in the Kendra, it makes a Raj Yoga, but we have to be careful because this is the house of Jupiter. Anyways, Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, so Mercury cannot act very smart. But here, Mercury does not feel comfortable because this is not the house that it likes. So, but on the other way, in a positive way, Mercury will restore if any problem that is happening with your family, with your mother, if you want to travel abroad, if you want to travel from abroad to your home country, this is going to be very positive time for you. Moon enters into Gemini. Now, this is challenge. Here where challenge begins. Now, Moon is aspected by Mercury here. Mercury and Moon aspects Mercury here. On the other hand, in your 10th house, Mars also aspects Moon. Okay, because of the eighth drishti. Be careful because here you can make impulsive decisions. You know, sometimes when we are in power, when we are in lot of power, everything good, right? Moon exalted, we are doing very good, things are in favor, and suddenly we become rude or we become ruthless. That is what you have to avoid in your work area, especially, and in your area which can destroy your status. So be careful. On the other hand, this place 10th house also rules your thighs. So be careful. You can get some boils or some problems in your thighs, in your buttocks, in your backside. And you have to be careful about it because Mars and Moon, whenever they are together or they aspect each other, there is some problem. Heat generates in body. Simple. What happens? Mars looks at Moon. Moon is water in the body, and Mars is fire. So what happened? It boils. So we get heat. You can get fever also. Be careful. Venus enter into Libra on 30th of November. Now, Rohitji here, Lagna from the Lagna, it debilitated position is ended, and now it enters into the second house. And Venus here rules the second house as well as the ninth house. So it is the owner of your money and your destiny, and it is coming to the house of money. So some you can expect some good money from 30th of November onwards. If your Dashanta Dasha is good, then there can be extreme money that can come to you. So it is going to be very, very beautiful. Later, Moon enters into Cancer on December 1st. Now, Moon is the 11th house lord and it is going into the 11th house. So, just imagine what is going to happen. Sometimes I wonder, Rohitji, the planetary wars. So, Mercury and Moon are enemies. But see, Mercury has chosen in his chart, in his Virgo ascendant, where he becomes exalted. He has given the 11th house to Moon. That is supposed to be his. He is given, in a simple way, given his father a very good status in his own horoscope. That okay, father, whenever you come, you are going to give everyone extreme gains, wealth. So remember, the planets have a very different kind of relationship, but when it comes to real karma, they work in a united way. This is how astrology is to be seen. So all the best for you. 11th house moon gives you a lot of gains, a lot of money. So I don't know what you will do with so much money. Give it to me if you have excess. Your second house is money. The planet, the own house planet is going there in the second house, making you money. The 11th house, all your goals are getting complete. You're getting a lot of money. Everything I need now. Send it to me. Just kidding. You can subscribe and give us suggestions that how do we move forward. Are we doing the right thing? Do we need to add more stuff? Do you want to do more layers in your life? And we will be able to pick up a winner in the next video. Only we will tell you the next weekly video. Every weekly video we will have some kind of contest, so we can get the winner and they will get a free chart reading. We'll be announcing it in the next video. Thank you so much. And those who are new, please subscribe. Thank you for that. And those who want to book their yearly consultation, here is the details. Moving on to Rohitji, Libra ascendant. No, Libra ascendant, the Lagna Lord is debilitated. And on top of that, 8th house. You hear Venus has given Moon 8th house. So, Rohitji, it is a little bit of challenging situation because Venus does not find Moon its friend. Moon does not have any enmity with Venus, but Venus does not find. So, it has given 8th house. Now, this is good news. This 8th house Moon coming and getting exalted means that in a other way, if we see Rohitji, so it is going to be from 26th till 30th. It is going to be Nijbhang Rajyog. because Mercury, Venus, the owner of this ascendant, is debilitated and Moon becomes exalted. So it is Neej Bhang Rajyog. And both are in Dushtanas, by the way. So it is a very big yoga. If you were going through a lot of hardships, this is the time that you will restore all that hardship into blessings. So amazing time for you. Moving on, Moon enters into Taurus on November 26th. So here you can expect some collective gains from your partnerships, your in-laws, your partnerships, your wife. It's going to be very good relationship. Anyway, seventh house is currently occupied by Jupiter, so your relationship with your wife or your loved ones is going to be very good, and it is going to be increasing more and more and more in a very positive way. Later on, Mercury enters into Sagittarius now in the third house. Now, Mercury here being the 12th house lord in the third house, Mercury also being the ninth house lord in the third house, can give you a little bit of more divine communication. Like you will be into mantra chanting during this period. You'll be doing a lot of mantra chanting or being very excessively over spiritual during this period. And that is because your hardships will increase in terms of communication. You will have some problem to communicate something with someone, which is going to create a barrier in your life. But this spiritual bliss will help you and take you out of it, because in a positive way, from your seventh house, Jupiter is also aspecting Venus. Jupiter is also aspecting your third house. That is where Mercury is here at the moment. That is own house of Jupiter. So you can get some divine intervention and things will be working for you in a positive way. Venus will enter into Libra. Okay, Rohitji. Before that, sorry, Moon enters into Gemini, into your ninth house. Now, if you see that there can be loss of job or there can be problem in job area, so you have to be careful. Do not do any kind of argument or any kind of problem with any clients. If you're doing any business, there can be loss of business, because your 10th house lord is sitting 12th from itself. Okay, so there can be losses, and especially it is aspected by Mercury, which is not a very favorable thing. It is also aspecting Mercury, so there will be a lot of emotional ups and downs. So do not get into any argument. Whenever an argument is happening, immediately start chanting Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. That will help you just relax. Or take the word Shreem. This is your Lagna mantra. Shreem, 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 Shreem. You will feel a little bit relaxed. So your destiny is going to be very challenging during this period. So be careful about it. But on the other hand, your Lagna Lord goes into the first house, takes action of your, take control of your actions, and here you're going to be acting in a very mature way, which will add to lot of peace, lot of happiness for you. Moon will enter into Cancer. Now, all the problem that was going on is now going to stop, and here your Moon enters into Cancer, into your 10th house, giving you a boost in your career. So if you, I feel that you will take this very seriously and you will not argue and not go and get into any kind of anger during this period. And that is why later on Moon will give you very good, very extremely good results in your career and suddenly a boost. See, your Lagna Lord is in the own house, your 10th house Lord is in the own house. It is kind of a Raj Yoga only. All the both the Kendra Lords are in the Kendras. So very good. And in fact, a very beautiful planet, that is Jupiter, is sitting in the seventh house. So extremely positive for Libra ascendant people. I hope that you win, you know what, the subscription. If you subscribe, you will have a chance to win a free reading. Those who have also subscribed will also be, can participate. You can just let us know how do we improve and what all do you need from us. What do you think we are missing out, because somehow we cannot read your minds, right? What do you want to know more, or how do you like our efforts? Like, are we doing good? There are tons of astrologers on YouTube. Many people, there's so many good astrologers. It's not like we are the best. We are not even existing at the moment, but there are so many people. But do you think that we need to add some more idea? We need that idea. That idea wins, and for that, in return, we are going to give a free yearly reading for them. But those who want to just go book their reading, here is the details. They can go forward and book, and we will be very happy to serve you. Moving on to Scorpio ascendant, Rohitji. Now, Scorpio ascendant, the Lagna is so much overpopulated. There are three planets in the Lagna. And on top of that, your seventh house, the relationship, it is going to be having a new meaning for you. It is going to be having a new spark in your relationship, and in a positive way. You know why, Rohitji? Because Moon comes and gets exalted in the seventh house for you. Here, Moon is the ninth house lord, and sitting 11th from itself. So there is going to be massive gains. There's going to be very good gains if you're in partnership business or from your spouse. That can be emotional, spiritual, divine gains you can expect during this period. Mercury, on the other hand, enters into your second house. Now, Mercury here rules your eighth house, and Mercury also rules the 11th house. So it is kind of not very pleasant, but okay planet for you. Now, because Mercury rules the 11th house and it is in the second house, again, money, there is going to be good money income, good money coming to your way. Only problem is that Venus is debilitated in your 11th house with Ketu, and Ketu wants detachment. Here, Scorpio ascendant people, do comment below and let me know that from 30th of November onwards, have you started becoming a lot of detached from your social circles? You want to be alone, isolated. If that is happening, that means Ketu has already started to show you results. And Ketu here does not is very not pleasant because this is the house of getting your goals done, and here Ketu makes you very not interested in doing hard work. It wants you to detach. It wants you to get into this whole idea of almost, remember, huh? Ketu here gives you that idea of going into humanitarian work where you go and do spiritual work for other people. So be careful. This is what it means. But Moon giving good results. Second house, what do you say? Mercury aspecting its own house, giving good results. Thirdly, Moon enters into the eighth house on Gemini. In Gemini on 29th November. Here, little bit challenge comes. That because Moon is sitting 12th from itself. Okay, look, Moon owns the ninth house. It is sitting 12th from itself. It is not a good period. It is going to be some kind of losses you from your destiny. Your destiny will not work. Like for example, you were supposed to get something so close and you will not get it. That is what it means during this period. Venus will enter into Libra on 30th of November, ending its debilitation, but it enters into the 12th house, the 7th house lord in the 12th house. Now all the relationship that was going very good, remember the relationship lord is in the 12th house. Here you can have some trouble or some misunderstanding with your partners. Be careful not to do any kind of stupid act on your behalf. Just wait, Venus will go away from here and things will become very good for you. On the other hand, Rohitji, here because 12th house Venus also makes you spend on luxury. So be careful, do not spend on luxury. See, your fourth house is ruled by Saturn, and Saturn is currently sitting there. So it can create a little bit of rough times later on. Okay, be careful. Moon will enter into Cancer. Now, finally, Moon sitting here. The best part of Moon is it only there for 2 days. So there is a little bit of problem, then suddenly it goes away. The problem goes away. Moon enters into your second house, into your ninth house, restoring your destiny. So it is a good period. But before that, sorry here. So Mars aspects your eighth house. Okay, be careful that Mars and Moon, whenever they're together, blood comes out. How blood will come out, I don't know. You can get a needle prick or you can get into accident. That is depends on your dasha and antardasha. But some blood comes out because of Mars and Moon association, especially the eighth aspect of Mars on a house of sudden ups and downs and accidents. Small accidents can happen. Burn, cut, blood. Be careful. Best time, you know what you should do? Go and give blood donation. The planet is also happy. Your karma also becomes good. This is how astrology has to be used. Moon enters into your ninth house, restores your destiny. If you're going to travel long distance or planning to travel long distance, this is the right time. Go for it and you will have a lot of fun. All the people who are watching us for the first time, do subscribe. Look at here. There's a subscription button here. Subscribe and be a part of us. On the other hand, if you are into this, what you say, you can give us reason and give us ideas that how do we make our content more research based, more beautiful, and what do you need to know more. The best comment wins. And those who are want to book your yearly consultation, all the details are here. You can connect and we can do your yearly consultation together. Moving on to Sagittarius ascendant, Rohitji. Now Sagittarius ascendant, the Lagna lord is in the fifth house. That means money. All the Sagittarius people may be minting money, but if your dasha and antardasha is not supporting, that is, if you're going through Saturn period, Rahu period, Moon period, oh, it is going to be challenging for you. Anyways, let's forget the challenge. Let's see the possibilities. Moon enters into Taurus on November 26th and into your sixth house. Now, sixth house is not a very good house, right? Your Moon actually owns the eighth house. So In some way, it says Vipreet Rajyog. But what is Vipreet Rajyog? It means that it will give you some trouble, then it will give you the ability to solve that trouble and be victorious in that. So that is going to happen. Your health is going to be becoming very better during this period. There can be instances, because Mars is aspecting Moon, right? There can be instances of fight with your colleagues. Don't do that if possible. I know sometimes it's not avoidable, but don't do that. Swallow your anger during this period. That's why we do weekly. Mercury enters into again Lagna Lord in the Lagna. Kendra Lord in the Lagna. The Lord of your seventh and your 10th house in the Kendra, in the first house, makes a Rajyog. Now, this Rajyog is not very, very good, but in a way, Jupiter from the fifth house aspects your first house, so it's going to be good in terms of your decision making, your ideas, your approach towards life. But it does not become very comfortable here. So do not you also do not become comfortable and think whatever you're saying will be taken in a positive way. You have to be careful about your, especially in your relationship and in your career area, because it rules both those that kendras. Be be quiet, like be neutral during this period. Don't say that okay, I'll do this and that. But money wise, it is very good. And you know why? Because Rohitji, Moon enters into Gemini, into your seventh house, restoring your status, especially Mercury aspecting Moon, right? And Mercury aspecting and Moon aspecting Mercury. The only problem is Moon is sitting 12th from itself, so that can give some problems from your relationship, some losses in your relationship, or some losses in your business partnerships. So make sure that you do not do any big investment or take any big investment decision during this period till the Moon is in Gemini. Later on, your debilitated night, that is Venus, he enters into your 11th house, restoring again gains for you. But it is also the owner of your sixth house, and it is sitting sixth from the sixth, so it can also cause some small kind of very small fever or some kind of thing, why. On the other hand, Mars sitting in your 12th house is also aspecting seventh house, aspecting eighth aspect on Moon from the 12th house. I know astrology is very confusing, man. You'll say what the hell is happening, but just listen to what I'm saying, that it can create some trouble in your stomach, lower abdomen area. You can get some indigestion problem, or maybe you will have to visit some clinic or hospital suddenly. It can happen. Just be very, very extremely careful during this period, and be careful in communication with your wife or husband or business partner. But Venus in the 11th house gives you gains, social status again, and give you a possibility of achieving your goals in a very short term in this next month. Later on, Moon will enter into its own house in Cancer. Now, here it restores again the problem that it was created in your relationship. Now, you will. So, 2 days your wife or husband will not talk to you. Now, they will start talking to you. They will be nice, starting nice to you. If you have investment that is going to come from partnership, it is a good time. If you have some kind of money, monetary thing that you are looking for, suddenly you may get it. So, all the best for you, all the ascendant people, Sagittarius as a people. Those who have not subscribed can subscribe below, and we are doing a very small we are doing a very small idea we have put, and that idea is related to you giving us ideas, that how do we improve our content, how do we improve, how what else do we put in our content after all this research. Or if you like it, how do you like it, what do you like the most about it. The best comment wins, and they will get a free reading for 2024. Here, yearly consultation, those who want to book it, all the details are on your screen. You can book, and we can talk to each other in a very intimate, like the same way we are doing right. For Capricorn ascendant people, Rohitji, if you see that Moon is going to be exalted in the fifth house, restoring some kind of money, very good news from children, and very good news related to higher education or education. So those who were going through, when Moon is in Bharni Nakshatra, it is in a nakshatra of Venus, and it does not give you so pleasant results. But as soon as it enters into second house and it starts entering into Rohini Nakshatra, it starts giving you good results. So you can get some kind of good idea, good gains from your uh, children, education, or speculative investments. I have someone, Rohiji, in my client list. He says whenever Moon comes into the fifth house, I put investment and I get gains, I get money out. So it is a very, very wonderful placement of moon. Now, Ji, moving on to Mercury enters into Sagittarius on that is your 12th house. Now, the Bhagyastan Lord is going in, the Bhagya Lord is going into the 12th house. The 6th house Lord is going in the 12th house, clearly indicates that there will be some trouble related to health. There will be spending in terms of health. You will have to spend money in terms of health. So be very careful about your health, because whenever the 6th house Lord goes into the 12th house, it makes a Viprit Rajyog. Yeah, it has given you some kind of problem, it will take away, but it will create some kind of losses in money. That is just going to happen. Be very, very careful in terms of your health, especially. Moon will enter into Gemini. Now, again, this becomes more intense because Moon is in the 6th house and Mercury is in the 12th house. Both are aspecting each other. And on top of that, Ruiji, Mars is also aspecting the 8th aspect on the 6th house. Again, problem, trouble, hospital, problem, isolation, pain, everything can be seen during this period. Be again very careful. That is why for Capricorn ascendant, you have to be extremely careful. Those who are going to Sati and Dhaiya, oh, they have to be more careful because, not a very favorable time for you. Later on, Venus will enter into Libra. This is where some restore, something will work for you, and especially in your career area, in area related to your status in the society, it increases during this period. So this is the only good news which I can see for Capricorn ascendant people. Other than that, see, number one, I'll give you a little bit example. Second house is ruled by Saturn. Second house gives you slow growth in terms of your money. Okay, very clear. Third house is Rahu. Extreme strength it will give you to come overcome problems. Fourth house, you have Jupiter right now. Jupiter is retrograde, so it is not so powerful during this period. It is in taking all the energy in introvert way. So that is another stress that you may feel during this period. But the best thing is that Venus, the owner of your Kendra, is coming back here, is here, and fifth house. It is a very Yoga Karka planet. And when it is debilitated, all the things are not in your favor. But now it comes here and bring things in your favor. You will get a little bit money also through your career. So this is going to be a positive thing for Capricorn Ascendant. I know all the Capricorn Ascendant people I have met, nearly thousands of them, everyone is in trouble, some kind of problem. So you have to understand you're also the ruler of the ascendant is Saturn, man. You will be like very hardworking person. So how can you separate problem and Saturn? Problem and Saturn come together. Moon enters into Cancer, restoring your relationships. If there was some relationship problem or you were going through some trouble in terms of relationships, it is going to be restoring status in your society. If you're supposed to get some recognition in the society, this is the time that you will get recognition. And here, it is a Maraka for all the Capricorn ascendant people. So again, health wise, sorry to say, you have to be careful. Capricorn ascendant this week specially focuses on your health, so be careful. Okay. Moving on, Rohit, this is a good time also. You know why? Because on 27th it is Purnima. Can you see Purnima there? And because of Purnima, it is going to be, and Moon is going to be in Rohini Nakshatra, exalted, amazing, best time to start new things. Before I move to Capricorn Aquarius Ascendant, for all the people, there is a new contest which we are doing, that is to subscribe. And after that, just comment below your ideas about how we can improve the content of AC Astro. Do you think we lack somewhere? Where do we lack? How do we make our comment? How do we make our content more promising? What all more layers do you want in our work? The best comment and the best suggestion wins, and after that they will get a free 2024 chart reading. Those who want to book their chart reading for 2024, here is all the details. So all the best, and very soon, if you book, we will be talking to each other the same way that we are doing this. Aquarius ascendant, Rohit Ji, the Lagna Lord is in the Lagna, out of retrogression, direct, very nice, very beautiful, just like a wow. Nowadays this is very famous. My daughter showed me some video. That's so beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow. So same way is happening with Saturn here. So beautiful, so elegant, just looking like a wow. After that, for Aquarius ascendant people, Moon is going to be exalted in the fourth house. So those who were thinking about getting a car, getting some kind of house, investment, shifting, everything is going to be positive. So make the best of it during this period. Moving on from here, let's go. Mercury will enter into your 11th house. Now, Mercury here is the lord of the fifth house, entering the 11th house promises some gains, but also promises some kind of health troubles. So, health wise, you have to be careful, but gains, yes, gains is going to be there. If you are trying to achieve some goal and you were not able to achieve it in a very positive way earlier, here you will be able to initiate again and uh, get your goals fulfilled. Moon will enter into Gemini. Now, here, Moon is aspecting Mercury, Mercury is aspecting Moon, and on top of that, Mars is also aspecting Moon here. It can give you injury in your chest area, or you can get some kind of cold, cough, or some kind of problem related to your heart or lungs or heartburn, acidity, anything that is related to your chest area will be affected because Mars is aspecting Moon. Whenever Mars will aspect Moon, there will be blood. So be careful. Do not do any. If you The reason of this astrology making these videos in so much detail is just to give you an idea that it may not happen because of your dasha and antardasha. Maybe it is supporting, but if it happens, you have to immediately seek medical help. I got a comment. I got a message, Rohitji. Someone is saying, "Sir, you are right. My back is paining. What do I do?" So, what can astrology do? Nothing, right? You have to go to doctor. They will do if your back is paining. Astrology cannot do anything. So, do not be very what we say blind faith. Do not have on astrology. Believe in astrology in terms of knowing your uh, path in the future and make sure that you follow that path in a very divine way. Okay, then rather than not making, so if you know that okay there is going to be problem in the heart area, if you suddenly have pain in the chest, immediately go to the doctor. At least your chart will save you. It will give you indications. Later, Venus is in debilitated position, Rohiji, in the eighth house. Now it will be going into the ninth house. Your destiny also restores here. This is a very beautiful thing happening. Rohiji, it is also getting aspected by Jupiter. Whatever Jupiter and Venus relationship is, but Venus is going to give you expansion in your destiny. Your destiny is going to be rising. For Aquarius, December is the month of your rising destiny because a yoga karka planet, the owner of the fourth house and the ninth house, is coming in the ninth house. So your destiny is going to be working in your favor. Moon will enter into Cancer. Now again, this is what do you say, this is a warning. So Moon here, in one of the sign of Saturn, Moon becomes a marak. In the other sign of Saturn, Moon becomes the owner of the sixth house, which gives you enemies, which gives you trouble, which gives you routine, which gives you debts, everything. So you have to be careful. In a way, when Moon is in the own house, it gives you idea, or it gives you courage to go towards um, what do you say, go towards that bad, make that bad debts into the good debts. So that is going to be very positive in that way. But otherwise, you do not need to have any kind of big trouble during this period. Be very devoted towards Lord Shiva because he is the ruler of your ascendant. Shiv, and no problem, no problem at all. Destiny is going to rise. Rahu in the second house. Be very careful of speculative gains and speculative investments. Invest in the right way because Rahu can show you lot of illusion, and you will invest and suddenly you will say, "Oh my God, what the hell happened?" So be careful in your investments. Those who are watching for the first time, do subscribe, and there is a chance to win a free 2024 chart reading, but that comes with a price that you have to pay, and that is to give us ideas about how we can make our content more and more engaging. And what do you need from our side? How do you want, what else can we include in this to give you more and more insights about astrology? Rohitji, those who have not booked their consultation yearly, here is the details. They can book and let me know. Team will be in touch with you, and you can get into the consultation. We are booking for the third week of December now. Moving on to Pisces ascendant, Rohitji. The Pisces ascendant, the Lagna is now occupied by Rahu. Very good. You may be at extreme power during this period. And you will be, because your communication is going to be excellent during this period. Moon enters into Taurus on November 26th, 27th, it is full moon. And because Taurus it enters, it is going to give you very, very good communication skills. It becomes exalted there. That means what not can you expect from Moon here? And it is sitting 11th from itself. It's going to give you gains through some kind of your business or some kind of investments that you have done in the past. So all the best for you, man. It's a very good start of the week. Later on, Mercury will enter into Sagittarius into your 10th house. Now here, look at Mercury. Mercury is the Kendra Lord. Sitting in the Kendra makes a Raj Yoga, but it is sitting in the house of Jupiter. Jupiter is aspecting Mercury, but Mercury does not feel very comfortable here. So be careful in your work area. Mercury will not able to destroy you, but it can get to that, your irritation level becomes very high. So you have to be careful, extremely careful during this period. Otherwise, you in your work area, someone else, do not share secrets, because Mercury is that planet which takes one secret from here and gives to another place. So if you share secrets, someone will able to uh, target you or trouble you. Be quiet, be relaxed, be just have just have completely your work and you and nothing else. This is what you need to do during this month of December, after 27th of November, because very soon Mercury also become retrograde here, so we have to be careful. Moon will enter into Gemini. Now both the things will be opposite to each other. Here you can have some losses again. That is why, these are the planetary combination. When we see all the planets, all the 9 planets are on the chart right now, and when you see at whole, it says that there is going to be detachment from your partnerships, because your fifth house lord is sitting 12th from itself in the fourth house. There will be trouble in house, or problem or losses due to your car, or due to your house, or some repair, or some car repair, or some problem, or some accident. So you have to be careful. But the good thing happens is that your eighth house lord, that is Mr. Venus, who's also the third house lord, that means extreme hard work and also sudden ups and downs, finally comes into the own house after being debilitated. It comes to the own house in the eighth house, so you can gain from partnership, you can gain from your partners, you can gain from your in-laws. Inheritance wise, you can hear some good news if you're thinking of winning some court cases, or court cases were not going in favor for you. This is the time that this can happen. So very good that way. Moon will enter into Cancer, that is your fifth house. Now here comes the real deal. That it moves into Cancer, and now it starts giving you very good. See, Moon is the planet which goes in every house. Every two days it goes ups and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. Here it gives you good results, because it also aspects your 11th house of gains. So here Mahalakshmi will put lot of kripa on you. Make sure do Vishnu Sahasranam during this whole week, because take a vow that we'll do Vishnu Sahasranam from 26th till 2nd of December every day, and see the results that you get for a longer period of time. Saturn is in a good position for you in the 12th house. Saturn is comfortable here, and Saturn will not give you any kind of trouble. So overall in your chart, Pisces ascendant, it is a pleasant time for 26th to December 2nd, but you have to be careful about your career, because Mercury is going into the 10th house. So career wise, only karma wise, you have to be careful, but otherwise, it is going to be a pleasant, good period for you. Those who are watching, and those who have not subscribed, subscribe there, because you have a chance to win 2024 chart reading. And comment below, give us ideas of how we can make our content more pleasant for you. And this is how we will be able to uh, improve for your expectations. And those who have not booked their yearly consultations, here are the details for you. Let us know. You can start. Rohit.
Ji. Akash ji, thank you very much, because we already we are advanced in fulfilling our promising. We promise that weekly horoscope we will start from 1st January, but we start in November only, and family members are very happy. And they have their life more easy now. They can predict their week ahead, and if any precaution or any remedy to do, they can do. So thank you very much for this generous effort, and we will continue our efforts. And team from our family members, we want this effort. What you told today, that they suggest us that what we can do more good for ease of their
Yes.
life. And those who want consultation details, always on the screen, mail ID, WhatsApp number, website, you can do from any source which you want, and you have video consultation with Akashji. Thank you very much. We'll meet you in some another video, maybe of transit, maybe of weekly horoscope. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata.